Happy New Year, YouTube. It's Paul coming at you. Thought of been meaning to do a video, but alas, here we are. So it's been a while. Many hobby content videos are reflecting on the past year, or maybe New Year's goals, or I'm sort of doing a hybrid video. Now, this card I picked up early in the year, and maybe sort of illustrates why I don't do hobby goals, because some of the stuff I'm after is limited. Like, this is out of 10. So, when you go to a show, like a big hockey card show, like say the Expo, which let's not sugarcoat it. It's a hockey card show for the most part. Shows, and you don't see one, then obviously they're not just lying around out there. So, but I thought I'd show it off, and then maybe give an idea, like it's part of a project that I wanted to complete, but I feel like that's why I don't do goals, long and short of it. So but the reason this card was maybe important to me was that it helped complete the Allure rainbow, and I'll just get down to it. I'll show it off. So to start, now this is from 2019-20 Allure. It's a very, very Panini-like. You got your multiple parallels. So this is card number 1. This is the base, just a chrome finish. And then I'm doing this in most common to least common order. This is the white rainbow, and I enjoy collecting Connor McDavid. This sort of makes up for being a fan of the hockey team, and we nearly lost the team in the 90s. When Todd Ellick is acquired in a trade, and he's touted as the answer. Well, you know what? Todd Ellick at center was not the answer. Here's the red rainbow. And like McDavid, this year's been a weird year. Like, the start to the year, coach gets fired. He had a bit of an oblique. It's believed to be an oblique injury, so that would just mess up everybody's program. But here's a yellow taxi, as they call it. Peachy platinum. It's called a seismic gold. And with this foliage, they're out of 50. And it's one of the few hockey, inserts or parallels that I feel is really hyped up as the seismic gold. Some of the prices for something that's out of 50 that you can get like out of 10s way cheaper. Next up is the pewter. It's got a dull finish on the sides. And the funny thing is, these cards, they range from 35 point, and these are this rainbow that I've completed is just the base rainbow. 35, some are 55 point, and whatever. Here's the sunset, which is, and some are die cut, some aren't. Sunset not numbered. These were from e-pack. You collect, forget how many it is of the base card, and then you exchange them for a sunset parallel. So that was actually one of the last ones I was able to get. There's tons available on ComC, but for me to go through ComC, bring it across the border, it's a bit of a pain in the neck. Here's the Allure Orange Slice. Fun thing is this foliage it's not the exact same on all the cards, like, and these are numbered to 199. But yeah, as far as McDavid's season, I mean, it's been a weird one. All of a sudden he's caught on fire. Though last night they scored 7 goals against Anaheim, and I think he had 1 assist. But Saturday, they're playing LA, and the whole team stunk the first period out. I mean, people always talk about Oilers goaltending, but Stuart Skinner was the reason it was only 2-0, and you know, it's a big game against a division rival. We've smoked them the last 2 times in the playoffs. Even though they gave us a good scare, we did, you know, wound up prevailing. So like, it's a big game, and to come up with that performance, first intermission, and McDavid comes out of the gates just flying, and you know, gets the team to 2-2 and does his part in the shootout, and you know, we wind up winning the game. So, but it's funny. I was so mad after that first period. Like, a friend of mine, I asked, like, what channel's the Hallmark movies on, because she watches them as opposed to the Oilers game, because like, this isn't good for my blood pressure, just getting angry at a hockey team for stinking a game out. But resisted the urge to watch Hallmark movies on Saturday, and they won. So, you know, who knows, maybe it's a pivotal moment to the season. Next up, we got the green quartz. These are out of 99. Not a fan of this. In fact, I kind of wish there was other that were this level of rarity, that, you know, but different foliage. Maybe one of my favorites is the steel, and these are out of 50. And yeah, of course. So yeah, you know, being a fan of the team, and you know, you just we're over 500 now. We got a playoff spot in our sights, so I'm not sure what to make of it. I think that this team has flaws compared to the team that ended the season last year. And some of it's based on health, like Evander Kane, he's not healthy. This is the blue line, out of 25. And I forget what they call this in tops, but yeah, you see the same foliage. But so that's pretty much most of the rainbow right there. Of course, this is out of 10, and you know, this card took a couple of years to find. So if I had set it as a goal, as I sort of jump around between how the hockey team's doing, and you know, you go to, like, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, like, you go to the expo and you don't see one. They're hard to find. You know, they might still be in packs. So, but this helped complete the rainbow, because I already had. Now I kind of wondered why it popped up on eBay. Like, I had a theory that maybe other people were holding out for the golden treasures, which is the 101 to show up. You know, this is probably my first and only Facebook deal so far in collecting. If you go on my Instagram, go back to the winter of 2020, January-ish, January, February, somewhere in there. You can find the full story. But yeah, so this card, Complete of the Rainbow. And I wondered if people were holding on to these thinking that this would pop and, you know, they could claim to be like a Highlander of 2019-20 Allure, you know, the one card to rule them all. But maybe I'm mixing up my my geeky references. Not the one card to rule them all, but you know, there can only be one. So there you have it. Yeah, so that's why I don't set hobby goals. I mean, there's things that obviously I look out for. There's also another one of one that I'm hunting for. It could still be in packs. It could be locked away somebody's basement, or somebody's holding on to it thinking nobody's ever going to want this card. Like, why would I put it up on eBay where I could spend stupid amounts of money on it? But you never know. But yeah, so the team, they're doing better. They're trending better. You know, is this going to be the year? I don't know. I'm rather ambivalent. I mean, at one point, we were the worst in the league, so, you know, drafting Macklin Celebrini was a possibility in October, so. But, yeah, who knows? But that's why, like, I don't start, you know, set out with hobby goals. I know some people it might work, or it's like gives you some focus maybe, as opposed to just buying everything or random packs, or you know, and good for you. I mean, there's things that I focus on, like I do. I've got some player runs of, and I mean, some of those player runs I might have the current year, but I don't have, say, 2 years ago or the year before, just the year before last, for whatever reason. Either me saying, no, I'm not going to pay a stupid amount for it, or I think if it comes up at auction, I'll pay a quarter of what the asking price is of a couple of cards. So, yeah, that's it. Happy New Year to you all. Look forward to another year of collecting. Another year of just randomly pulling cards out of a box and looking at them, and you know, maybe sharing them in this way. Something I've sort of become conscious of is, you know, pickup videos. I mean, they're great. I enjoy watching them, but you know, sometimes the hobby is just about pulling out what you have and looking at it. So yeah, there you have it. Happy New Year, and as Ed Wesker Griff says, get amongst it, y'all.